I'm here today with my friend Amaan Maherali at Elevated Wellness, and he is the owner of these stores that are here in Texas, not just the Houston area. I was about to say that. We're going to go into that in a little bit, and we're also going to talk about franchise opportunities. So I'm super excited that we're here today, and I got to see your store. And for the viewers, I needed to tell y'all a little bit of background about how we met. But we both used to work at Baybrook Mall, and our stores were across the hall from each other. So we would, when we were really slow, we would kind of just like talk from across the way. And so we kept in touch, and we were kids. I want to say I was like 16 or something.
I was 15, 16.
Yeah.
17, somewhere around there.
So we've known each other a really long time. And we've grown a lot. I feel like we've grown a lot. So yeah.
We definitely have grown a lot.
But first I want to hear about your journey to getting this business started. Like, what led you to open this?
So when I was a kid, I was one of those like adrenaline junkie kids that always wanted to like do crazy fun stuff. Like I did Muay Thai kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, I rode inline skating, I was a break dancer, I stunted on motorcycles, I did like all the fun stuff a kid can do, and I just kept hurting myself. And I'm the type of kid that I was like, I'm gonna take care of it later. Like I'll take care of it later, and like now that I'm 36 years old, now is later. And I was on pharmaceutical pain medicines from the age of 16 to the age of 27, about 4 to 5 pills of hydrocodone that I was prescribed, when I finally realized that it's just masking the pain. It's not genuinely helping the pain. And a lot of my pain is caused by like impacts, which is going to be inflammation. So I have a lot of body inflammation was causing a lot of pain. And so I just kept taking those, and then it just stopped working for a while. So I just went off of all pharmaceuticals cold turkey because I was like, this isn't helping. I'm just going to deal with the pain. Fast forward a couple of years, I go to Facebook and I type in, does anybody know how to get good sleep without taking pharmaceuticals like sleep pills or anything like that? Everybody was like, smoke. I don't like food. I don't like the feeling of it. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that, but smoke that. And I was like, I don't want to. Like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the feeling of it. I don't like that I can't be in my mind the way I want to. And they're like, well, medical marijuana is out now, so why don't you look into that? I was like, well, what? And I was like, you ever have like those 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, like random Google research things? Like you start deep diving. Yeah. So, and then that's when I found out what CBD was. And I was like, well, what's CBD? So I clicked on the hyperlink, and I fell down a rabbit hole for 3.5 years on learning about it. 6 months into it, I went back to Facebook and asked, does anybody know where I can get CBD? One of my really good friends owned a company that manufactures CBD out of Colorado. He sent me a care package. At this time, me and my dad were looking to open up a store. So I tried it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a placebo effect, so I gave it to my dad to try. It worked for him. I gave it to my roommate at the time to try. It worked for him and his migraines. I gave it to some other friends and my grandma to try, and it worked for them. So I was like, okay, so this is not just me. This is actually a good product. So from having a smoke shop that was going to be 50% CBD and 50% CBD, 50% smoke shop, I was like, there's not one single CBD store in Texas. I was like, cool, I see an opportunity. It was a lot harder than just turnkey type stuff, but we got it done. I decided I'm going 100% CBD.
What year was this?
This was 2018. We opened the doors of this location. This was the flagship location. We opened the doors here December 10th, 2018. But I had my online store starting in October. So I did online sales through my website from October till December while I was looking for a location. But that was a tricky part of 2018. That's when like the stigma was the biggest. Mm-hmm. I looked at 27 different locations, and this is the only place that said yes.
Oh, wow.
So this was the only place out of the 27 locations that said yes once I told them it was CBD. So as soon as they said yes, I signed the lease, got everything in here, and opened up and took off.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I personally haven't tried CBD, but I do know like my family members that could definitely benefit from it. And I'm going to ask you a little bit more about that in a second. But I want to explore your store and like what kind of products do you have? Coming in here, I just took a look around and I see stuff for pets, but also, of course, for humans. So, what kind of products do you offer?
So the products that we have over here, what's the most popular is going to be the tinctures and our topicals. Because a lot of people come in with body pain, whether you're a hard worker, whether it's old age or arthritis, just back pain, any type of body pain, our topicals sell a lot, like very, very well, just because it's the concentrated area of pain. Sublingually helps for the internal body, like for the inflammation inside the body. But the topicals help for the concentrated area. So like if you wake up and your shoulder's hurting, you put it on and then on your shoulder, and then it starts absorbing in that specific area. But the tinctures, when you put it under your tongue, are going to help the whole body. So if you put both of them together, it squishes out the. I like to tell the customers it squishes out the inflammation because you're fighting it on both ends. Other products that we have are going to be pre-rolls of CBD flower. We also have Delta 8, which is 100% federally legal right now, covered under the Agriculture Farmers Act of 2019. We have CBD tea. We have water-soluble CBD that you mix in any type of beverage. We have pet CBD, like you were saying. We have tinctures, dog treats. We have lidocaine sprays that are CBD infused. We have edibles that are really powerful. We have Delta 8 gummies. We have Delta 8 tinctures, Delta 8 flowers. We have what else? We have vapes, like Delta 8 vape cartridges, CBD vape cartridges.
Yeah, I saw some really interesting products, like the cookies stuck out to me.
Yeah.
I love cookies.
Oh, my nickname with my girlfriend is Cookie Monster.
So what is Delta 8?
So Delta 8 is a new form of THC that's found in the hemp plant, which is 1/6 the potency of Delta 9 THC, which is cannabis.
Okay.
So well, the difference is this one's 100% legal. In the state of Texas, it's legal. So because the Agriculture Farmers Act, which states that any product coming from the industrial hemp plant is able to be produced and sold.
Okay.
So people will use that. I use Delta 8 for sleep.
I know that like some stores, they talk about, they sell things and people are kind of hesitant about whether they're safe. Are your products all safe? Are they tested?
Yeah, every single product in my store is 100% tested with third-party COAs, and some of the companies we actually send out ourselves to get tested and compare their COA that they sent us with the COA that we get. And then 100% USA, non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, all that good stuff. Like I will not buy anything that's not made in the United States for the source.
Yeah.
Because a lot of companies the reason why they're a lot cheaper is because they source their hemp from Afghanistan and like overseas in China, and I don't know what happens in the process of cutting and transport. So I will not buy any product that's not made in the United States.
Yeah, so that makes your store pretty unique then.
Yeah, and we carry the top 6 CBD companies in the world.
It definitely helps to know your product and how it affects you so that you can relay that to your customers.
I can't sell somebody something that I don't have to.
Right. So I want to talk a little bit about you joining with other organizations to promote your products, or, maybe networking. I know recently I saw you post on your social media about going to, I think it was a bar in Houston and setting up like Bottled Blonde.
Yeah, we did that for 420.
Yeah. So like, what other ways do you go and, network with other?
We used to do a lot more before COVID, because there was a lot of different events going on before COVID, and then COVID hit, and then all events stopped. So like they're slowly coming up. There's one, it's called Texas Hemp Fest. It's coming up in May. We were doing a lot. We would go to different gyms and set up a booth and like have Q&As and like let the people try it. We would go to doctor's offices. Like we're in a lot of doctor's offices and pharmacies because my business partner is a pharmacist and owns some pharmacies around Texas. And has a lot of doctor friends, so we're in a lot of doctor's offices. But as of right now, we're not really doing many events.
What does that look like? Because I mean, if you're teaming up with other CBD stores, like wouldn't that be your competition? Like how?
It is competition, but at the end of the day, it's an event. Like I want other companies to showcase what they have.
Okay. Yeah,
But-
so it's like almost your own hemp fest or CBD.
Something like that, yeah. But I want to do like my own type of thing where it'll be like 5, 6, 7 different companies. They come out, invite the people to come see what products they have, compare their products to mine. Like they don't even have to compare their products to mine. Like I don't care about like if their quality's better than mine. That's fine. Like
Yeah.
more power to you. But it's more about just getting the word out about the CBD. Because I've been a massive advocate for CBD, how you were saying with the stigmas. I was on the forefront of the fight to convince people like this is not weed. Like this is not gonna get you high. It's all benefit. It's gonna benefit you.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time with a lot of news people talking about CBD.
Yeah, I
was
remember
the
seeing
first
you
one.
on Isaiah Carey.
Yeah, I was on Isaiah Carey. I was on Channel 11. I was on Channel KHOU.
You did mention that kind of going around that stigma, and yeah, 2018 was like huge.
Yeah, massive.
Like it was like that's illegal. Like why is it even here?
Like, I had to call the district attorney to sell this company to Charlotte's Web just to find out the legalities of selling a full spectrum in Texas.
Right.
Because-
So that's pretty amazing. But you started online first, which is a harder thing because you're not there to
I didn't know the laws.
well, it's just you can't explain it to people. So how
Yeah.
did you start your online first, and did you join with anybody to kind of like how did you get customers online when you couldn't even explain it to them like you can in person?
I had a very, very long, frequently asked questions page. But I kind of rearranged the website so the frequently asked questions page was as soon as you logged in. Like, what is CBD? Is it legal? This and that. So I had all the information right there. And if somebody would ask me about it, I'd be like, well, let me see your phone. I'll pull it up. I'm like, here's all the questions that you just asked me. Here's the answers to all of them. I used my social media and word got out. A lot of my friends supported and reshared. So my first initial post that I was opening a CBD store got shared, I think 3,000 times with the location and what we had, like the pictures like of the build out and all that. It got shared like 3,000 times, and then I was like doing Google ads. No, I try to do Google ads, which I can't. So the other hard part about CBD is there's no advertisement. Like you can't do Google advertisement. You can't do Facebook, Instagram advertisement, Snapchat advertisement.
I didn't know that.
It's that stigma again.
Yeah, it's because it goes against their community standards that they still think that this is a form of like a narcotic. What I've noticed the biggest thing that helps us is Google reviews, like Google and Yelp reviews. Like those help a lot because people will see it, they'll read it.
Is your online in comparison to your stores, which one has the most sales?
Store.
Store. Really? Okay.
Online, I don't really, this is gonna sound messed up for coming from a business owner, but I don't really push my online as much as I should as of right now because we're going through the franchise stuff that we're doing. So we're making a lot of changes with the website. So when those changes happen, then yes, I'm gonna get back on the whole push.
So tell me, like, how do you keep a good attitude, like, you know, starting your own business and, you know, having to go through all of these roadblocks? Like, how do you keep that? How do you keep that good attitude?
It's hard to keep a good attitude when you own businesses, especially during the pandemic. That was ridiculously hard. But what keeps me going and pushing through all this is the fact that I opened up a business that specifically catered to helping people. A lot of people come to our stores because they genuinely need CBD for their everyday life. So what makes me happy inside, you might not see it on my face because you know I have that resting look face, is like me when I open up and customers tell me how much my products have helped them, like with sleep, with this, with that, like.
So I know that you have franchise opportunities. You know, I've heard stories about franchise owners not having the proper support, but I think that when I read your website that there's a lot of information on there about, you know, what kind of support is offered. Yeah,
so with the franchising, like my business partner is running the franchise side. I'm running the day-to-day operations of all the stores. We have 4 in Houston, 1 in Austin. the support that you're gonna get from our franchises it's gonna be astronomical. Like we're there every step of the way. We help train, build out, teach, inventory. You're getting all of the education and all of the training and everything that I've put together in 3.5 years. Actually, it's going on 5 years, that we're going to be giving you, like, on a platter. Take it. Like, this is what we do. This is what works. Here you go. So it's basically a turnkey franchise opportunity where we're going to help you find a location. We're going to help you build it out. We're going to get you the inventory, train the staff. You have our support. You have the marketing that's going to be behind it. And we're working with a really big marketing company now to help market the franchises and also get the customers in. We're in Rolling Stones magazine, we're in Forbes magazine, we're in Yahoo Financial since we launched the franchises. There's a lot more to come. We've been in news in Austin. We've done a lot.
All right, so my last question. What's the secret to finding the product that's right for you?
Questions, a lot of questions. If you ever go to any CBD store and they ask you any type of question, answer it 100% truthfully, because we are the educated ones that know what products we have are best for what. Yes, CBD is CBD on a broad scale, but there's different types of CBD that can help with different ailments better than just a generic bottle of 1,000 milligram CBD.
So those are my last really serious questions, I guess. But we have this hat full of questions. So
Okay.
You're gonna choose 3 questions out of here and answer them. Yeah, it's called the Texas Trio.
One. 2.
All right, go ahead and read the first one.
What is your favorite fair rodeo food? I have never been to the rodeo. I've never been to the cook-off. I've never been to the Renaissance Festival. I have only been to the little shopping mall carnival things. Never cared to go.
Thank you. Next question.
What is the state motto? Don't bet on me.
I like that.
I'm pro 2A, man.
It's not.
Come and take it.
I like that one too.
What is the Texas motto?
Friendship.
That's
It's
the motto.
literally it. Yeah.
Friendship.
Really?
Because I was gonna say the friendly state, but I don't think so. Third question.
How many Texas cities have you visited?
I couldn't answer that.
Like, visited as in I stopped off to go there purposely, or kind of drove through?
No, not drove through.
Purpose.
Yeah.
Purposely? San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Corpus.
Oh. Well, I wanted to thank you for letting us come and visit with you in your store and telling us all this great information. I think that it's going to be really useful for our viewers. And also, we're going to share his information down below so that if you want to visit one of the stores here in Texas, you can. Or go and visit them on social or shop online.
Over online? Nationwide free shipping with COVID-19 and checkout.
So, thanks.
And if you guys really want, I can be really nice and put a code for you guys.
Oh, that would be cool.
So we can know if your viewers come and buy something.
That would be really cool. Yeah, we're going to have a special code for y'all, so make sure that you check that out.
I can do that because I'm the owner.
Yes.
Yay.
So, thank you. All right. Bye.
What's up, Tejas? It's National Oatmeal Cookie Day today. So we went to several places around the Houston area to get some fresh baked cookies. And we have 4 contenders because this is a contest. I need to know who has the best oatmeal cookies.
Well, we really don't because Scott makes the best oatmeal cookies.
Okay, well, Scott's not here and he didn't make any, so.
Well, anyway,
Okay.
I'm just saying
Yeah,
we don't
anyway.
have all of the best cookies.
But, so here's the 4 cookies that we have. I don't know if you can see them, but
I already took.
hopefully, okay. And my favorite one out of these is this one, or
You mean
just
the-
by looks.
Okay.
Just by looks. Okay.
So judging a book by its cover.
Yes, I do judge books by the cover. Sometimes I'm disappointed.
A lot of times.
I also judge men by their cover. No,
Well, there you go.
Well, I mean, Bumble and, okay, that's another story for another
Okay.
day. Okay, but this one looks really good to me. Like, it's very good looking. It looks very soft. I like my cookies soft, not crunchy. So, what about you, Jenny? Which one looks the best to you?
Cookie wise, I'm gonna have to say the stuffed one. If it was the cookie by itself.
Yeah, that one does look really good. I agree with that.
I don't know about this stuffing situation that's got going on, but I think just as a cookie, I think that one.
Yeah, this is a lot of sweetness. I'm not a sweet girl, so.
Well, we all know that.
This first cookie is from the Bearded Baker, and I follow them on Instagram, and it's in Houston Heights. It's a man that bakes. Who wouldn't love a man that bakes? I need to find me one of those. This one right here is from Common Bond. It's also in Houston. There's locations all over Houston. I don't know if there's any outside of Houston, but I'm sure that they will have some soon because they are just growing very quickly, and all of their stuff is so delicious. This one right here is from this place called Angela's Oven. It's also in the Houston Heights. It's a very small bakery. It's so cute. Like, I need to go there. And they have an amazing patio. So I just need to go there and have, some cookies, and they have food there too, so on a nice day. And then this one is from Potbelly. And Potbelly is a chain. I don't know if it's a Texas chain, but it is here in Texas.
And they do have amazing cookies because they are oatmeal chocolate chip.
Yeah, Jenny she's not pro raisin.
I'm anti-raisin. Not am I not pro, I'm anti-raisin.
Yeah, well, raisins are dried grapes, and I don't think Jenny really likes grapes unless it's like wine, so.
Correct?
I like grapes in all forms. Raisins, grapes, wine. Yeah, give it to me all. Are we back?
Yes.
Okay. Jenny doesn't like me manhandling her stuff, so she gave me this knife.
You look a little scary with the knife.
So, let's see. Honestly, my producer should have cut these cookies for me ahead
Why
of
are you cutting the whole cookie? Just cut
I
the
want to
piece.
give you a piece too.
I don't want a whole piece right now.
Fine, I'm cutting myself a piece, okay?
Why are you going from one to the other board?
Okay, let me tell y'all something. Okay, I was hangry earlier when we went to go get these cookies. Ooh, look how soft this is. Do you
That
see
is
that?
it. Yeah.
Oh my
See,
gosh.
I think that's gonna be my favorite.
Oh.
I don't know because I'm like totally Potbelly
Oh,
person.
man. No, but it's so hard. Look at this.
Oh, you can eat that whole one. Yeah.
Yeah, this was one.
I don't want
in
to.
your mouth.
I don't like sweets.
That's true.
All right.
Oh, that's so crazy. You don't like sweets.
Anyway, like I was saying, the only sweets I like are my men sweet.
Why you gotta have the knife while you say that?
You're right. Sorry. I'm actually really nice. Okay, so let's try this Bearded Baker one. See how this is going. I'm gonna just cut it in half here because I don't want to get full. It smells so good. It's very chocolatey. Oh my gosh, this one smells amazing. It smells like cinnamony. Oh my god. Oh my
Did
god.
it.
That one's really good.
That one is more in line with what I like.
It's like cream cheese filling. It tastes so good.
I still could do it.
Well, I think I'm gonna eat the
I could just say the raisin.
Oh yeah, one of them.
Blech.
Angela's Oven. This one is Potbelly. I mean, it's basically like a chocolate chip cookie.
I don't like your attitude.
I don't like your face. No, I'm just kidding. This one smells like cinnamon too. This is like the most traditional. This is good. Okay. I don't want to offend everyone we got cookies from. All of your cookies are good, okay? However, I have certain, I have a refined palate. Jenny and I argue about this all the time.
Anyway.
But this one from Angela's Oven, I can't manhandle it because Jenny will get mad. Well, she doesn't like raisins anyway, but this one is so good. It's like a regular oatmeal cookie with raisins. So good. And then this one right here, this is actually my favorite one. Oh my gosh. This one and then this one. So first, second, these are kind of too sweet for me. This one's, the Bearded Baker is good, but it's just super chocolatey. I can't do all that chocolate. But we want to know, are y'all team raisin or not? Because my thoughts are an oatmeal raisin or an oatmeal cookie needs to have some raisins in it. Okay?
Wrong.
But yeah. So let us know in the comments, are you pro raisin or anti raisin? All right. Bye. Okay.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Till next time, that's all, y'all.